Hi, I'm Darby with Violin&U, and I am here to help you navigate through the website Violin&U. So once you click violinandu.com, you will see this box and it says to enter your name and email. I would highly encourage that because I drop courses weekly. So a course is going to be a scale, a etude, a piece, shifting exercises, anything of the above. I do listen to your comments and I want to give you the quality violin education. And so that will be courses dropped on a weekly basis. If you go up to the top and you just click courses, it will take you to this page. And as I'm scrolling down, I'm just going to describe what is here. So I'm here to support violin students, teachers, and parents who are passionate about learning and making music. And what violinandu.com is about is making this violin education more approachable and personalized. Whether you are just picking up your violin for the very first time or preparing for an audition, I am hoping that these are resources that can guide you to those goals. I'm going to go ahead and start from the very beginning. If you have never learned to play the violin and you want to, this is the perfect one for you. I do have to press on resume the course so that you can see what is going on. Pre-twinkle is anything before the song Twinkle Star. And what you're going to see here is a weekly checklist that goes in tandem to your week of practice. And so here I'm talking about what you're needing and how you first start. The weekly checklist goes on and it checks off everything that you would need to be practicing that week. And so you just either check it off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or if you also practice on the weekend, then you check that off as well. If you put your feet together on your foot paper in rest position, playing position, and then you did your bow, that's very, very easy. Just 3 to 5 times a day. It should only take 5 minutes or less. Each lesson builds upon itself. So each lesson builds upon the lesson before it. So the skills that you learn in lesson 1 or week 1, they are also in week 2, 3, and above. So your posture also includes your feet. And that's why we start there. In each lesson, I do have these checklists. And as you can see, if I scroll all the way down, the weekly checklists have some goals that build upon each other. And again, in this one, I have a Sunday through Saturday, or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And this one is shoulder rest, violin under chin. So you're holding your shoulder rest. You're putting your shoulder rest on your violin and you're holding it under your chin, but we're also practicing things that we did prior to that. So we want to focus on our bow hold and reading music. So in week 3, we also have I can read music, pitch, and rhythm. So we're also doing that in tandem to holding our violin with our real shoulder rest on the real violin. I'm going to go ahead and scroll back up to here and go to all products. How does this help you if you have already learned how to play the violin and hold the violin? So let's say this is you finished your first year, you finished maybe your second and third year. How is this going to help you? Well, I do have 1-octave scales, etudes, and the intro to shifting. So that's why this is all up here for you to see right away. Private lesson is just that. You have your scale that you're going to do first when you enter your lesson. And then you're going to do an etude, which is a particular skill, either a bowing skill or a left hand skill. And then your teacher will normally choose a song for you to play. And so I have organized the website where I start with book 1, Suzuki, and I go through book 3. And like I said, I am going to be adding book 4 and 5 in here. So for instance, Allegro. What is important about Allegro? Allegro has a fast bow motion. You're using a lot of bow. So you're starting at the frog, going to the tip and going back down. Perpetual motion has small, short bows in the center over the balance point. We also have Etude Minuet 2. These are very important because of string crossings. So they are string crossing songs. So I use these songs as a way for you to learn skills, but also it's a fun way to learn your skills. So it's not just doing an etude where it's just kind of random notes and there's no real tune to it. You're just learning a skill. You're also incorporating skills. So just to talk about book 2 a little bit, book 2 incorporates skills together. So if you had something like Etude in book 1 or Minuet 2 in book 1, where it's a string crossing song, something like Hunter's Chorus is going to do combinations. So they're going to do faster combinations. And we definitely go step by step. So if I click on Hunter's Chorus, you're going to see that there are preparatory exercises. So I'll have bow exercises and a scale, and then we're just going to move through measures 1 through 8. So just a few measures at a time till we get to the end, and then I will do multiple tempos, and you have an opportunity to play a duet with me. So I will be playing the duet part, and then you play the melody, and it's pretty fun. All right, so book 3 goes into even more detail. So book 3, we're becoming a little bit more musical. We're using different types of bow speed. Book 3, other skills that maybe you didn't learn in books 1 and 2. You're definitely using a lot more bow. And these are set out exactly the same, where there's preparatory exercises, and I have everything broken down into measures, slow, medium, and fast tempos. So that is what you're going to find here. I also have other pieces. Let's see if we can scroll down here, like Elves Dance and Donkey Doodle. These are in the Barber books. And they're a little bit more extensive. So these songs are longer, so there will be more videos, but I've situated it the same way, where we have a preparatory, scale, and bow exercises, broken everything down into measures, slow, medium, fast tempo. This one goes very fast. So we have fast tempo. I should probably flip those, but we do have a fast and then a fastest tempo there. Donkey Doodle the same way. So people do have requests, and I try to fulfill those requests by adding more courses in here. But there is a lot even at the beginner and intermediate level, as you can see, because we do want to get you very proficient into shifting. Now, my Intro to Shifting course, this one is where you're learning to shift with the G major scale. The G major scale is the easiest one to incorporate shifting, and then I have it into the D major scale. And so not only are you learning shifting, but you're also learning your scales at the exact same time, which you have to learn for high school and upper level middle school. Thank you for checking out Violin&U with me. Feel free to explore it and share it with a fellow string player. Reach out if you have any questions or want to suggest a topic. And if you are looking at this on YouTube, please sure to like, subscribe, and click the link below to start exploring the site. So happy practicing.